Hey guys, welcome to the Kickback Cafe. It's Dr. Sonia here, and
hey, it's Johnna.
We're bringing you a fresh perspective on timeless content. So the question arose, I was having a conversation with one of my friends about why women can't keep a man. Of course, this was a male friend, right? So the question was, why do you think some women can't keep a man? And then my question, of course, is the reverse to him. It was, well, why can't some men keep a good woman?
Or why can't some men keep a non-thought woman?
Okay, so let's break it down from the top, right? So his question again was, why do you think some women can't keep a man? So let's be unbiased and let's answer the question. Why do you think some women can't keep a man? I know it's hard to be unbiased. Well, why do you think? Step into his shoes a little bit and see where he might be coming from. I mean, I have no idea. But let's try.
Is this a good man, though? We got to look at it from that point of view.
Exactly.
If you a good man, then I'm keeping you.
Keep? Oh no, this is mine. We're not treating people like toys here. You know what I mean? We're not in the same lot.
That's mine.
Yeah, why do I have to keep somebody? I feel like if people want to stay and people want to be together, then they'll be together and they'll stay.
Tat your name on me.
I'm on your face. I shouldn't have to keep somebody. Like I said, if we're feeling each other and everything is right, then you'll stay. You can't keep somebody where they don't want to be. Unless you are my husband. I am not responsible for making sure that you have a hot meal every day. I'm not responsible for making sure that your clothes are ironed before work. I'm not responsible for wifely duties until you put a ring on it.
Yep.
If those are things that you feel like have to be done in order for you to be kept, then you're not worth keeping.
No, this goes along with keeping a man or a man keeping a woman. A lot of people say, should everything be split 50-50? Question.
If you're in the same house?
Yes, if you're in the same household and everything.
I don't really believe in 50-50. I do believe 100% from both sides. Both sides should give 100% effort. Now, I think that both parties should pull their weight, especially when they live in the same house. The expectation in a relationship, like boyfriend-girlfriend, is different than the expectation of husband-wife. There's a line there, and I draw that line. Back to your question about 50-50, like I said, 100% in a relationship, and both parties should pull their weight. You don't know what people's pockets look like. Somebody might be making more than the other person. You should do as much as you can and give it 100%. And whatever the agreement is that you reach between the two of you, then that's the agreement. Okay, so let's get to the other side of this, the bias part, and we can be as biased as we want because you guys need to know. Just kidding. But the question that I asked my friend was, why can't some men, and this is exactly how I said it, well, why can't some men keep a good woman? First of all, men can't keep a good woman because some of them aren't looking for a good woman. Well, let me take that back. A lot of men are looking for a good woman but don't already have the attributes established that they need to keep a good woman because they're still out here chasing everything else.
I was about to say, some guys is looking for 2 good women, okay? They looking for 3 good women.
And that's an issue. So what's up with this world that we live in society where monogamy isn't appreciated by the majority of folks that I come across, men and women?
I know, right? You shouldn't be tempted in the way that you disrespect. Or do people just not have self-control? Because I'm confused.
So that is a good point. Self-control over everything, though, because we live in this society, in this cultural climate where instant gratification is everything. Literally, you can get everything as fast as you can make a pack of ramen noodles.
I feel like... I forget what I feel like.
You just don't know how you feel.
Oh no, I was about to say, okay, I feel like a man, if they giving all their attention to one person, then they can't give no attention to the other person. When there are 2 people involved with one person, how do you balance that out? You can't balance that out. That's why it always comes out, because you change. You don't give as much attention as should be given to the other party.
If people were more honest, and I'm talking men and women, if people were more honest about what their intentions were or what it is that they wanted, it would just be so much better. It would make our relationships better with each other. Don't take away someone's option. Don't take away someone's right to choose. If they're not looking for the same thing that you're looking for at the moment, then it's okay to kind of let them go.
Or it's sometimes men with so much time on their hand, they're able to balance two women because they don't have a job, they don't have a car, they still live with their mom.
Well, do not ever be afraid or feel away, self-conscious about, or shameful about what it is that you want, and saying specifically and explicitly that that is what you want. And also don't feel bad about saying, no, that's not what I want. Be true to yourself.
Right, but like sometimes I want Chinese and sometimes I want Jamaican food at the same time. How do you choose between that?
I think that you have to. I think that if you respect yourself and you respect the other person, then you make a decision. Other than that, stay single and then you can have both.
I can have both single?
Yes, like stay single and make that clear from the beginning that you're not looking for a commitment. You don't want a commitment. But then here's the flip side of that, is that you have to be careful because, of course, time spent and energy given, someone's gonna develop feelings. And you have to be careful not to hurt people's feelings too. Even though you're upfront, it always happens. I'm focused on building my vision and making sure that that comes true for me and having what I want independently.
Philosophical thoughts here. People are so used to having options and getting whatever they want.
McDonald's.
Right. Oh my gosh, you're on my wavelength right now. Food. You have to choose. People have so many food options and they choose whatever they want. Same thing with women and men. You have to choose what you want.
Well, yeah, and that's when the conversation goes back to instant gratification. We went down this rabbit hole when we were having this conversation. On top of why do you think some women can't keep a man or vice versa, then the question became, do you have trust issues? What happens is, especially when we're not communicative about what it is that we want from the beginning, we hurt people's feelings, which then at the end of the day results in someone maybe hurting you in a way that scars you, and it's difficult to bounce back after you've been scarred and scarred and scarred and scarred. And then you develop these trust issues over time. The more and more you're hurt, the more and more red flags that you see, or yellow flags that you see, some of which could be made up and most of which are not. But I think either way, you should always trust your gut.
I think I'm at the point in my life where I know what I want. I'm content with myself, and because I know who I am as a person. I found that very early, and I'm happy I found that very early. I'm set on what I want. I'm content. And I'm going to give out the same energy that I have right now.
I find myself still reinventing myself. Literally, I'm not the same person that I was last year. Sometimes it takes for you to take a break and know what it is that you want. Not only in relationships, but also just in life in general. Business, dating, family, just everything. Social life, everything. You should constantly be reinventing yourself based on your experiences, your growth, and the new knowledge and wisdom that you've developed from whatever it is that you've been through.
I'm saying I'm always going to be me. You know, I'm always going to be the cheerful, happy me, putting out that same energy and everything. But the experiences that I go through help me grow more into knowing that, oh, okay, this is what life is. You know, now I've had this experience. Now I've had this experience. Now I can put them both together. I can reevaluate them. I can grieve them. And I can move on from them. And at the end of that time period, I'm still going to be me. I'm just going to be a smarter me, a better me, but I'm still going to have the same energy, the same happiness, the same me. I'm never, ever, ever going to harden my heart just because of past experiences. I'm always going to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. And I think that sometimes that's what's wrong with me. I'm like too nice sometimes. Sometimes I'm too nice. But I've been nice all my life, and I've just realized that's just who I am. That's not going anywhere anytime soon, so...
And you also brought up a good point that we have to grieve situations, relationships, things that happen, whether it's at work or family, you know, not just in romantic relationships. You have to give yourself time to grieve, allowing yourself the time and the space and the energy in order to truly heal from what it is that you've been through. And some things take longer than others.
Right. You grieve something. Once you grieve it, that's in the past, right? So you don't revisit the past. You just move forward. And I think that's why I am the person that I am, because I'm always leaving things that I've already grieved in the past.
Keep that same energy, right?
And yes, and give it to the future, not the past. Let's talk about power.
Yeah, what's up with power?
Season 5, episode 5. I want to talk about Kendrick Lamar's part.
Oh, that was so awesome.
I had no idea how good of an actor he was.
That was so awesome.
He was amazing.
That was a deep role.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my gosh. Like, he did it so good. His part was so powerful. What did you take away from it?
I took out this philosophical crackhead that knew everything about the world.
Yeah, he seemed like he was oblivious
so
to everything, but he knew a lot about everything.
He was so smart. He played his role so good to where Kanan usually would have killed somebody like him, but he was so smart, worked with Kanan, and got by just like he probably has his whole life. That's the persona I think of him as, that Kanan couldn't even shoot this man. He gave him the gun and told him to sell it. Like, he gave him the whole gun, even though it was to benefit himself, probably because he didn't want to get caught with a murder weapon, but he knew this guy would get away with it. He gave this guy his gun, basically like his secret, and said, go ahead, go do you. So I loved his part. That makes me think that we are going to see Kendrick Lamar in the future.
I hope so. He really did well. I don't even know how to describe it. It was so pivotal for the show. It showed a different side of Kanan, maybe that we haven't seen before.
Oh, yeah.
I like how it highlighted, sometimes in society we go about our days, certain people don't matter, especially people who may be homeless. The homeless population are not just hungry, physically like hungry.
Mm-hmm.
They're also oftentimes mistaken for being like legitimate crazy. Now, I'm not saying that all homeless people do need psychological help. What I'm saying is that Kendrick's role highlighted
I'm important.
We go through life and we think that these people are not important. We think that these people are legitimately crazy. But he knew street code, number one, and he was book smart. He was not all crazy.
He wanted to prove that he could help. I think that he craved attention at that point. They both craved each other's attention. That was important to say. Notice the homeless. Don't just walk by them, because the homeless are missing something and you're missing something as well. And you can learn from even a person that you don't think that you can learn from.
Yeah, everybody can learn from everybody. Literally helped him all day. Get the people all day. He helped him out.
Yeah, and he didn't even ask for much, did he?
Like, no, he just stole from the people that he killed.
Yeah, like the people who came and killed the previous episode or so, who were supposed to shoot blanks at the Italians. Yeah. He killed them for helping him, but that was just because he didn't want to snitch or anything.
No, they didn't do what he told them to do. So
okay, I just thought Kanan was like crazy. I was like,
no, they didn't do it, and nobody was supposed to get hurt, and they didn't shoot blanks, and somebody got hurt, and it was like, all right, well, I'm gonna take care of this myself. So that's what he did. But yeah, like the Kendrick Lamar thing, Kanan not shooting him definitely showed humanity on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
That's so crazy how we talk about power like this.
I know.
These aren't terrible things that they do, but it highlights so much other stuff.
It's valuable to society.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
You know, people look at these shows just as TV shows, but some of this stuff is like really happening in the world.
Yeah, a lot of it is really happening in the world.
We shouldn't desensitize ourselves to it, and we shouldn't just ignore things either. We should understand things.
Yeah.
So the next episode of season 5, episode 6. Mm-hmm. This episode was called A Changed Man. It's known that Jamie is a selfish man. So when he went to Angela's house this episode in the beginning, and he took off his tie, I feel like
I told you that they were going to rekindle this whole relationship thing, but go ahead.
Okay, well, yes, you were right, but I'm going to get into that too, okay? Because I got something to say about that. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so we know Jamie is selfish. Mm-hmm. So when he went to her house and he took off his tie, I think there was a lot of symbolism there. He's comfortable with her, but at the same time, it wasn't just he was comfortable, he needed a place to stay, Tasha kicked him out. It wasn't just that.
Yeah, right? But when she found out that Tasha kicked him out, Angie was so upset. She was like, wait, so she kicked you out?
She was fake hurt, y'all. Anyway, I think him taking off the tie meant that he was hanging up his tie for now. He was washing his hands of the club business because with Dre, he was losing that. He was about to stop playing both sides. He was going rogue, getting into the drug business. I love Ghost. I always have in previous seasons, but this episode, I have just found myself saying boy bye the whole episode, because in previous seasons he was hard. He was this person who couldn't be touched. It was so much respect for him, but in this season he's so vulnerable and you can see the cracks as a viewer. I see him as a man who bleeds just like everybody else, whereas in previous season I saw him as untouchable. But these scenes are so funny to me because he's so out of control. He looks like either a fool or lost.
Oh yeah.
Previous seasons we follow his storyline and it's all about him. I don't really see him as family orientated at all in those seasons. Tasha always had the kids and taking care of the family and stuff, but Ghost, his scenes were always about his business, his undercover business, and him and Angela fast paced. So in this current season, episode 6, when Tasha went to Angela's house, when Ghost was still there, his face was priceless. I lived for that moment.
Yeah, that was weird.
And this is what I'm talking about, where you said that Angela was hurt or whatever. No, you said that you knew him and Angela were going to rekindle.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but I thought this scene was going to be a turning point for Ghost because he's vulnerable and seeking anything to hold on to. Surprise, he goes to Angela. But when Tasha came in, so did the truth.
That was so crazy.
Angela admitted right in front of Jamie wanting to turn him in, as well as his whole entire family. I thought he was going to be like turned off. Even after Angela put him in jail last season, and he came out innocent, and she worked so hard to prove his guiltiness, this season she was still willing to throw Ghost, Tasha, and Tarik to jail.
When?
She said that. She said, I was going to turn all of you in. And Tasha said, I was trying to save my family. This woman is so manipulative.
She really is. Like, I don't know. I know last time I said that I liked her but didn't like her. Like, I didn't like her, but I did not like her. But I don't know. Her role is important. And, I like the part on the last episode where Tasha said, no, this is about you. The whole entire police department is trying to take her down.
Yeah.
Angela. Like, they're focused on her. She's in a world of trouble.
Co-workers.
I think that what's going to happen is it's going to flip and Ghost is going to have to get her out of some trouble. Some kind of way.
Ghost need to get his own family straight before he get Angela straight. Like, come on.
They're helping each other. Like, who else is going to...
She helping herself. We went over this.
Yeah, she's helping herself by helping them, but she's still helping them. They would be gone and put all of them behind bars by now if it wasn't for Angela. That's the reason why I don't not like Angela, because her role is important to the show.
Yeah, but let's not praise Angela too much.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
Instead of Ghost saving the day as usual, we get to see Tasha's strength in this season. Tasha was
she is crazy.
She was the only one who basically saved the family by going to Angela and putting aside the fact that Angela was a homewrecker and being the bigger person.
And telling Ghost that she was messing with the lawyer. What's his name?
What is that man's name? I don't know.
I gotta know.
The lawyer. We'll just say the lawyer.
No, we need to know what his name is. I don't remember. He's so irrelevant to me.
Nuh-uh, honey. He picking up Ghost slack. Don't you say that.
Ghost slack on what?
On being a man, a family man.
Terry? What is it?
I think it is. Terry Silver.
Yeah, Silver. So, I just can't. He's so corny to me.
Well, he's trying to step in for Tasha. He's trying to be there for Tasha. But he was throwing shade the first time he met Jamie and didn't even know him.
Their relationship hasn't been too developed on this show. It was such a shock to hear her say, and he loves me more than you ever have.
She's using him. She's using him.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But then it's like, I feel like she has real feelings for him.
I don't think so. I think she loves Ghost. She would take Ghost back in a heartbeat.
but she has the opportunity to do that. He poured his heart out to her and she still left. So I think she really has feelings for him, but I haven't seen on the show where they've actually developed that they've had such a deep bond that she's not really down for Ghost anymore. And shame on Ghost for like now all of a sudden want to do right. Boo.
Yep, Tasha is showing how willing she's for to go, even if it hurts her, to protect what's hers. Yes, I said what's hers, because they are still married. That's her man, and that's her family. And Angela is lonely and tired from all that work. She needs a hobby because she's obsessed.
But on the flip side of that, everybody is out for themselves. Tasha doesn't want Ghost anymore. She wants to deal with Terry, right? So she's out protecting her own best interest, which is also Tarik, even though I cannot understand for the life of me. So he's back hanging out with Kanan. I cannot even deal with him. He makes me so upset every time I watch the show. He does something stupid, and I know that he's just being an ornery, rebellious teenager.
No.
But it's just so annoying. He does stupid stuff to put the entire family in jeopardy, and he can't even understand the results and the consequences of his actions because he is so young and thinks he knows everything and just wants to be a part of the family. So he's becoming a criminal as well. But everyone's out for their own self-interest. Tarik, Tasha, Terry, Proctor, Ghost, Tommy, Kanan, Angela. Everyone is out trying to protect their own interests.
But does Ghost see this? Because he always look confused.
I think that's just his face.
He always looks confused, as usual.
I don't know. We'll see on this episode.
He is a selfish man. And last but not least, let us not forget the situation with the gun. Okay, let's Tarik again. Tarik decided to be his usual normal stupid self and use his mother's gun to commit the murder. His mother's legally registered gun. Like, come on. What did he think was going to happen?
But he can't help it. I said he's a bullheaded teenager.
No, but listen, some people are blaming Ghost and Tasha for his actions because they never taught him the game or a lesson about their background. But it's common sense.
Well, even if they never taught him, he lives in a climate in which this is all happening around him. It had to happen to him at some point. He had to become a part of it.
But no, this boy lacks common sense immensely.
Well, he does. He does lack common sense, though. He is not directly exposed to what's going on. He's indirectly exposed to it and has been for all this time. I'm still trying to figure out where the other baby is.
He used his mother's
He's not smart. Gun. He's not smart. We already know that, though. He's made so many poor decisions. We know he's not smart.
His mother's licensed gun?
We know he's not smart.
Oh my gosh. I have to bring up that part where he was faking an asthma attack with that security guard.
That was so funny.
Cringy. It was so cringy.
Yeah. Do you think that Tarik is Kanan's son?
Oh yeah, right. Absolutely not.
That's one of the theories.
Because he do look like his son though.
What's up with Dre?
That weasel in a suit.
Yeah, what's up with Dre? He is like in a world of trouble too.
He's so
who
fake.
Are they?
The Jimenez
siblings. Yeah, the Jimenez siblings. But you see that he's trying to turn the brother against the sister.
But they was already turned because she planted the brother's gun to get him arrested.
Yeah, so they are like weird. This whole thing is like everybody's out for their own best interest.
But this is good for Ghost though, because Dre asked him to kill the Jimenez brother.
Yeah, but the police are also onto the Jimenez.
Yeah.
Ghost is gonna implicate him in some kind of way. But yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen with Tommy and his dad, Teresi.
Tommy crazy.
Tommy is crazy.
Tommy is a crazy white boy that nobody wanna mess with.
Tommy is really crazy. Like, that's crazy.
Tommy gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
He got mama issues. He got daddy issues. He gonna go crazy.
He killed Holly. He killed Holly. So, yeah, he's crazy.
He killed the one person he loved.
And I'm still trying to figure out what's up with Lala's character.
I want her and Tommy to get together so bad.
I don't, because he killed Holly. Like,
but they're so
cute. That Lala should like stay away from him. But I'm trying to figure out. They keep showing her once an episode for like 2 minutes, and I'm just trying to figure out what her new role is gonna be. What's her storyline now? Because she doesn't really have one.
I don't think she ever gonna get one.
Just her and Tasha are friends, and that's it.
Or she might go to jail one day, then her visits might be from jail or something.
Nah, she would roll over, I think.
I don't think so. I think that's how they would get to Tasha and Tommy is Lala is the key. Keisha is the key.
So what?
The police are after Tommy. The police want to get Angela and Ghost for whatever. So they can use Lala to get to Tasha to get Angela and Ghost. Or they can use Lala to get to Tommy.
So you think Kiki don't love Tommy or Tasha?
I think they do, but I think that the police would like get her on like a petty charge or something, make somebody confess, force a confession from somebody to get her out.
I don't know.
Is that a crazy theory?
I mean, I don't know, because a couple of episodes ago she said to Tasha that she would say whatever she wanted her to say.
That's what I'm saying. She ride or die. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know though. I feel like she was just saying that.
I feel like she the one who's
sketchy.
No, I feel like she the one who put out with things the most, because remember Tasha and Ghost was cleaning money through her salon and she didn't even know.
Yeah, but I don't know if I can trust her. I still don't feel like I don't know for sure if I can trust her.
Keisha, she a ride or die.
I don't know.
She don't want to be, but she is one. That's why I think she's
already be implicated.
Yeah, that's why I think she's gonna be the weak link.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I can trust her. Like the fact that they were cleaning money through her salon. Okay, so you can't tell because it's your salon technically, you know. So you would definitely be implicated and you would go to jail too. I mean, that's not a reason to trust her. Like I just still don't trust her. I don't know. Something about her is weird, and I'm waiting for her storyline to pick up.
Because Tasha took care of her all this time. She gave her her hand-me-down clothes and hand-me-down shoes.
Stop it. Stop. I wonder what shows. Oh, this is so bad. But I wonder what show or movie Raina is filming. Like, I don't know her real name. Because why did they kill her? Why did they kill her character?
She said it was a shock to her, too.
That they killed her character?
Yeah. She said she didn't expect it, and it was a shock to her, too.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. She's like, how are you going to do that to Raina, though?
Tarik. Tarik.
Oh, God, Tarik. Oh, my goodness. I know he's just a character, but oh my God, I went on to his Instagram and the comments are all Tarik.
I know. I feel so bad for him because it's just a character. People take it so literal, but that's how good the show is. So
that's how good of an actor he is.
Well, he's just stupid, but the show is good. Good show. I'm interested in. I can't wait to see the next episode because I want to see how everything unfolds. So career tip of the day brought by Jump First has to do with being transparent. And a lot of people direct this towards our entrepreneurs in the world, but transparency is very important. And when I say it's directed more towards entrepreneurs, actually it can be applied in any arena, whether you are a boss or a worker. And that's not to say workers can't still be bosses. But entrepreneurship and being transparent, what I mean is be your whole self. Be true to yourself. Don't be someone else, and show people who you really are. Don't just talk the talk, but also walk the walk. If you see something as a worker, especially on different jobs, sometimes things don't go as expected or as planned. You walk in, you have your day planned out, and then the entire day shifts because it just does, and you get busy. But at the same time, do your best. Do what it is that you are hired for. Don't let people walk all over you. If you see something, say something. We can apply it here too, you know. Don't let people walk all over you. If it's not going the way that you anticipated it should go, or you're feeling negative energy like we just talked about, it's just something doesn't feel right, then speak up and say something about it. In addition to saying something, that's you showing your transparency, being true to yourself, showing people who you really are, and walking the walk that you talk. So be transparent. People buy into people before they buy into things.
Yes, transparent, not invisible.
Exactly. Career tip of the day brought to you by Jump First. And alright guys, see you guys next time. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Kickback Cafe podcast.
Kickback, oh yeah. Kick